What's up, guys? It's your boy DJ coming at you with a new look. That's right. I had to get a new helmet. That other helmet was way overdue. But anyway, bam! Yeah. Another review update on and comparison on the Technicus Bye Bike or Reiju Bye Bike. I believe that's what the name is called. Uh, yeah. Rode it around a bit today. It warmed up a bit in the 40s. So I figured I'd take it out for another cruise and, just to keep the fluids flowing through the engine and the transmission somewhat. Keep everything fresh. I never let my vehicle set up for the whole winter season. I'll ride them in the snow as long as it's not too deep, whatever. But anyway, I'd like to compare this vehicle here. This is a 2016 Reiju Bye Bike to the Honda Ct90, Ct110, or even the current Honda Ct125. Yes. I'd have to say about this Bye Bike right here that that is what it's called. Let me show you guys closer. There you go. And this logo on the side. It may look a little cheesy and a little weird, but this thing is quite awesome. Quite awesome. You watched some of my older reviews. I was unsure and I was like, I don't know, because I wasn't used to dealing with a two-stroke engine. But now that I figured it out, I know its limitations, its positives, and some of its negatives. This is a very nice, lightweight trail bike. And for those of you who know how to modify two-stroke engines, I don't know how to do that stuff yet. You can even have more fun as far as, as far as getting this little bike to where you want it to be, as far as power-wise. Because right now, my top speed is only like 35 miles an hour. And I may have to do some rejetting to get it to get closer to 38, maybe even 40. But it's been very reliable, except for my electric starter. It did go out on me. I really want to get that fixed. This thing has a kickstart and an electric start, which is really nice. Really nice. So I'd like to get my electric start fixed. I generally can fix that stuff myself, but this time around, I don't know why it's not working. It worked fine for the first couple weeks and it just quit. And I don't know why. And it's usually never the motor. But anyway, I'd like to hook up with somebody that has a Ct125 or even the new Honda the older Ct90 or even the Honda Ct125. I'd like to do a comparison because I've watched some videos on the new Honda Ct125 as far as trailing and torque wise, and from what I see, this thing does better than the new Honda Ct125 as far as torque is concerned. Because I just did some testing today on some serious inclines like this, man, super steep in the grass, and this thing goes right up it. I give it full throttle, whatever else, almost from a dead stop. I may have be rolling at like 5-6 miles an hour, and it'd go right up the hill, man. Now I'm 200 pounds, and that's only a 50cc. Well, the same note, I've seen people do. They were doing some testing with the new Honda Ct125, and they get on an incline, and they were in the dry rock, and they give the Honda some throttle, and it wouldn't go. I was really disappointed, because as we all know, in the Honda new Ct125, they did not include the new transmission. I mean, they didn't have the transmission built with the gear selector, the high and low. I wish they would have done that, but they didn't do it for whatever reason. And anyway, it doesn't trail, it doesn't crawl like I don't think the old one does. The original Ct90 and Ct110 does. I don't think it does. So, I'm not sure. So This is way cheaper than that Honda anyway. Now, don't get it wrong. Now, I want to get the Honda Ct125. I got some stuff now I'm trying to trade or sell in order to get that bike. I don't need it, but I just want it. So in that case, you know, I'll get rid of some junk I got to be able to get it. I don't need another bill. But anyway, this right here is very good if you want to get one of these as far as for a trail bike. I think they do really well because of the lightweight. And the seat is very comfortable too right here. Seat is extremely comfortable. The bike rack here is awesome. Awesome. I got a luggage box I generally keep on the back of it. The suspension is on point. I have no complaints about the suspension on this Technicus Bye Bike. Okay? No complaints. At the time when I bought it, I think I only paid like $2,300 for it. Something like that. I got it from second stroke mopeds in New York. I actually drove to New York from Peoria to get it. It only had like 32 test miles on it, something like that. But anyway, I haven't had any problems with the Bye Bike. I caused some problems because I didn't really understand. I never had a two-stroke on-road vehicle before, so my expectations were a little bit too high as far as the speed is concerned, you know. And when I got it, it had the restrictive exhaust on it, so I had to remove that. And right here, I've got the aftermarket exhaust. I'm going to have to take it off and paint it, though, because it looks horrible. And yeah. But the problems that I have with this, I caused them. But this bike has been extremely reliable. Starts every time, cold or not, even though I'm using the kickstart here. The suspension on this thing is awesome. And I have a WR250R. You guys know how bad that bike is. Well, so I'm just saying that to say that I know quality suspension when I feel it, because that WR has great suspension. But this thing right here, man, it doesn't bottom out on me or anything. And like my Grom, stock-wise, when I got it, it would dive and bottom out quite easily. So right off the back, the suspension on this Bye Bike is better than the Grom, hands down. So kudos to Reiju, whoever makes this thing, Technicus. The suspension's on point. What also this thing has is a power port right here, 12-volt power port. And yeah, so I think this makes a great utilitarian bike. Again, you got the rear rack. I want to get side panniers on here, but I have to find some type of universal side pannier rack that I can use for this. I would really like to have that. But yeah, guys, I'll just do a little update on this thing. I think it's quite awesome, but I am trying to get the Honda Ct125, you know, through selling and trading, whatever I got to do. And they don't have any in stock right now anyway, but I'd like to have that bike because it's legendary. And most of all, it's a Honda. Like the quality on this is nice, but it's not Honda, you know. So I've never bought a foreign bike like this before. And I know they use them over in Europe for small off-road races. They modify them and do what they got to do to them and have fun that way, driving them off-road. And they even jump with them and stuff. I've seen some of them that are fitted to be off-road, and they have a brace that goes in between the frame to keep it from buckling. But I don't do that on it, but I do like to ride trails when I can find some. I do like to do that. But anyway, I'm just rambling on. But yeah, I'm going to try to find somebody near me that has a Honda CT125 or a Honda CT90, and I want to challenge them and do some trailing. And I want them to ride this and see what they think. You know, I know my top speed's not going to be there. It only does like 30 miles an hour, 35. But, man, I know how I can re-gear it and make it a bit faster if I choose to do that. So, who knows? We'll see. We shall see. That may be something I choose to do. But if you can find one of these, they're worth every dime. I'd say the big tires, as you can see, I have the nice trail tires on here. Now, I got the center stand on there, which is really nice. And the big plus to having this type of bike, and the reason I really like the Honda Ct125, I'd like to have that type of bike, is because if you get a flat, you can change it yourself. Like this right here is like changing a mountain bike tire almost. A little more difficult, but because the tire is bigger, but it does, it's very easy to change the tire on, and that's what I like about it. So if I'm 500 miles out and I need to do a tire change on this thing, I can do it quite easily. Quite easily. Why? Because of the tires. They're thin. They're not as, they're tube tires, and they're easy to pry off. I like I said, I put those on there. I had the original tires were more slicks. I was like, nah, I put me some trails on there, and I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can find somebody that has a Honda CT90 and hook up with them and do some trailing and do a comparison and see how the Reiju Bye Bike stacks up against the Honda Ct125. I even have this for sale on Facebook Marketplace for $2,500. So somebody wants to drive over and get it. And my plans are to try to get me use that money to get the new Honda Ct125. That's my plan. So yeah, would I sell it? Yeah, but only to get the Honda, because this bike right here is an import. You can't, from at least right now, you can't just buy them. DOS Cycles, they're trying to get a hold of these, but we had all this COVID stuff go down, so that's pushed everything back, of course. But DOS Cycles, they are trying to get these in. I don't know if they're still trying now due to the COVID stuff, but before that happened, they were getting very close to having these be imported into the United States, and they were going to be the seller of the Bye Bike. It would be really nice, but now I don't think it'll happen, or if it does, it'll take a while due to COVID. So, all right, guys, just thought I'd do a little update on the Bye Bike later.